Welcome back, guys. Now we're doing the boss cleanup, and this is going to be this is all post commentary. Obviously, you can probably tell by the change in microphone that I'm using. But we're going to get all the optional bosses now. First one being Hellkite Dragon, and probably the one that I would recommend not doing the most. Not that it's it is kind of hard, but it's more of an annoying fight than anything else. He has 3 major attacks. The one you just saw there, which was like the torrent of flame type thing he does. Beyond that, you know, he has cover the walkway with fire, and he does have a melee attack. Actually, it's kind of rare to see, but either way. So the biggest thing you want to worry about is the torrent of flame attack. As well, as you can see, that hurt. It's not an insta-kill. I mean, I am level... My vitality level is 50, to give you an indication of how much damage he's actually doing to me. But you can use this stairway, obviously, to your advantage as much as possible. And yes, this is sped up a little bit. Most of these bosses are going to be a combination of speed up and whatever, just because... I know they're mini-bosses, but they kind of are silly, especially when it comes to areas like, the Hydras, I guess. But he's dead. Like, I really do recommend skipping this boss. There's no really reason to do it. But now on to the Hydra. So this guy is, not incredibly difficult. He is pretty hard hitting. His most devastating attack is his ranged attack, which you can fairly easily avoid for the most part. But beyond that, I mean, you gotta get in close here and just like cut off all of his heads. So definitely a lot of speed up here. There's even gonna be a cut because fight took way too long to do, as it normally does. But you know, just kind of stay close and then cut off his head one at a time, and then when you get to the last one, it's kind of annoying there too, because, you know, it doesn't hit the same spot kind of every time. But I don't know necessarily if any of them actually do. But I think this fight took approximately, I want to say like 15 minutes to do, just in itself. So, and it's, well, this one, this is the only Hydra if you're actually going for the achievements, this is the only Hydra you kind of need to fight, because I'll show you in a minute, but there is something when you, like, leave the area and come back that you want to get for, oh, I forget what she does. I think she sells miracles? Or maybe sorceries. Or pyromancies. I don't know. It's going to be for one of those achievements, though. By the way, don't bother using magic. It doesn't help at all. Because it won't target the heads. It'll only target the main body, which, for this Hydra, you can't actually get close enough to use. The other Hydra, you actually can, but we really wouldn't worry about that. So we defeated him, and that's, you know, stuff. Shrug, cause screw that boss, really, or mini boss. So anyway, when you come back to this area, after you defeated the Hydra, there's going to be a crystal golem, and inside that crystal golem is going to be, you know, that person that's going to sell you stuff. So worthwhile noting, especially, you know, for achievement's sake. And of course they take a fair bit of damage, especially on New Game Plus, where everything has almost doubled the damage as normal. But anyway, let's talk to this chick.
So, 'tis thou who rescueth me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulasil. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home, Ulyssil is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee? My
Say yes.
thanks. I am pleased beyond words. Then I shout, engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. It seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
So there you go. It's sorcery she sells. So if you're gonna get all the sorceries, you definitely got to make sure to free her. But we're gonna obviously speed this up again. We're gonna have to fight because I kind of bypassed them before. A couple more crystal golems quickly, and then I'll show you where her summon sign is. It won't be there right away. You have to kind of leave the area and come back once more, which is kind of annoying. But I mean, whatever. Dark Souls, right? But let's take out these golems as quick as possible. Yeah, so much health and resistance. But whatever. So yeah, she'll actually, we've seen the area already. It's the rock near the Hydra. I've used it for hiding behind a little bit and healing, so like I said, it only happens once you actually leave the area and then come back. Like, so you literally have to be in this area like 3 times. The first time to kill the Hydra, leave, come back, fight the gold golem or whatever it is, leave, come back, and then you'll finally see the summon sign, which is going to be right about here. And it'll appear as a gold summon sign, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. Anyway, the next Hydra is in Ash Lake, which we kind of glazed over before. I kind of showed you where to get there, but he is dead. I'm not going to show you the same fight again, because the only difference between that last Hydra we just fought and this one is that if you kind of try to avoid him or try to stay too far away from him, he can jump across the sand dune and attack you with his ranged water attack thing, which is very damaging. But anyway, so Ash Lake, this is the everlasting dragon, or the stone dragon, and he's a tail cut. So we're going to cut that off, because that's one of the rare weapons we need. And once we do that, he doesn't get pissed off. This is one dragon that does not give a shit. So he just all chill, like, you just cut off my tail, bro. I don't care. But this is a covenant as well, so that's really the only reason you actually need to come down here. Except, well, there is a miracle here as well in this area, but other than that, I mean, that's it.
Unique.
So now we go to live commentary.
Thou art not. If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be reflected not.
Really? You and your chameleon.
It's so much fun.
Alright, do we want to kill her, or do we want to spare her life?
What do you want to do? I don't really care. She's looking at me funny.
You know what? Her tail's too fluffy for her to live.
She's very furrowed eyebrows. Look at these things.
And attack!
I expected as much from thee. Why dost thee hurry to...
So, Priscilla's got a... Oh yeah, she turns invisible.
She turns invisible, so watch for her footsteps in the snow. If you stay on the snow side, if you stay on the snow side, you can watch where
No.
watch where she's stepping.
Giant feet too. You'll see her footprints are huge.
Oh yeah, there they are,
She's right here.
right there. Oh, she got me.
Priscilla also has a tail cut.
She does.
So you'll want to get that. What is it? Priscilla's
It's
dagger, I
a
think.
dagger of some sort, yeah. She also has her soul is also for the life drain, or is it life drain?
Yeah.
Life drain spear or sickle or something.
I don't have it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that. Trying to get her tail, I can't seem to hit it.
Yeah, her tail's kind of a hard one to hit. It's kind of similar to the. There it is, Priscilla's dagger. Just got her tail. They're kind of similar to Sif's. Or Sif or Sith? I forget now.
Bye-bye.
By the way, that also counts as a sin to kill her because she's not actually hostile. So basically, we're assholes now. And now the final of the mini-bosses. Or optional bosses, I should say. That's what all these have been. So this is a... well, cutscene first.
What foolishness! Why trespasseth upon the great Lord's tomb, whilst thou art a disciple of the Dark Sun? Mark the words of myself, Gwyndolin. Thou shalt not go unpunished.
So yeah, here's the Dark Sun Gwyndolin fight. It's fairly difficult. I mean, she does a lot of magic. I mean, you can see by that little soul in the distance that I definitely at least died the first time I fought her. So, well, actually, an interesting thing to note is that the hallway is not actually endless, even though it kind of seems that way. It does have an end, and I definitely do recommend, if you are going to use a sorcery character, kind of do what I'm doing, like double up on spells. So if you got the soul masses, even if they're not crystal, if you even got the regular ones, you know, put the masses on and then switch to the soul spear so you can cast that independently. It definitely doubles up on the damage, and until she completely disappears, you can still hit her at the spot, even if you're like a melee character. Oh, I keep saying her. It's actually a him, which is weird because it looks like a her.
Oh, heretic, swathed in dark, an eternal curse upon thee.
So there's going to be a few things in the chest down the hall, and you'll kind of spawn back right where you started anyway. Anyway, guys, next time we finish the game.